Hello, welcome. May this word penetrate your heart and awaken your consciousness to the truth. And this truth is called Jesus, the light of men who came into the world. You have not been forgotten. Running on your journey, thinking you are alone, you became exhausted. Looking around, you believed you were drowning in feelings that weaken your body and lead you into illusions. To the confused, I am discernment. To the forgotten, I am here. To the afflicted, I am peace. To the sick, I am healing. To the hopeless, I am and will be. To the wronged, mine is justice. To those seeking answers, I am the truth. To the weak, be strong and courageous. See, I am doing a new thing. Can't you perceive it?
The more he calls my senses, those things he touches, sees, and feels, the more it reflects what Jesus said. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. The treasures of heaven are the things that fit within the heart. For there, moth and rust do not destroy, and thieves do not break in or steal. He was referring to all the meanings linked to what we, in love, truth, justice, kindness, affection, and tenderness, can practice on earth as humans. This is the greatest investment. Living this way is being a great entrepreneur. Generating this immeasurable capital is what makes you truly successful. That's what he also conveyed when he created that story in a very vivid and illustrative way, perfectly aligned with the imagination of his time. It was like taking an image that already existed in the ideas and collective unconscious of the people around him and dressing it with the message he wanted to convey. When he says, for example, that there was a certain rich man who lived in luxury, while at the corner there was a poor man who longed to eat the crumbs that fell from his table. But no one gave him anything, while the dogs licked his wounds. The rich man died, Jesus said, and went to Hades, the realm of the dead. He sank down, going below. It was an image everyone recognized, whether as Sheol, Hades, or the grave, signifying the realm of the dead. Lazarus, the beggar on the corner, also died. He was poor, but he had a name before God. The rich man was wealthy, but he had no name. This is a story told by God. The one who had a name before God was the beggar on the corner. The rich man had no name. He was just a rich man. He died and went to hell. Lazarus died and was carried by the angels to Abraham's bosom. In hell, the rich man remained rich, suffering in utter misery, anguish, and torment, yet still carrying the attitude of a rich man. With irony, Jesus says that even in hell, the rich man kept his sense of entitlement. From hell, he saw Abraham from afar and said, "Father Abraham, send Lazarus to my house, send him." Even in hell, the man gave an order to the beggar from the corner, the same beggar to whom he had never given even a crumb. But it is a miserable spirit that still survives in hell with a commanding attitude. "Send Lazarus to my house to warn my brothers. Let them start a charity, help the poor, do something so they don't end up in this place like I did." This shows that he still wants to manipulate his brothers' lives on earth, give orders to someone who has already died to return and work for him, to convince his brothers. And he even wants Father Abraham, who is a symbol, to do his bidding. But it is a miserable spirit that still survives in hell with a commanding attitude. "Send Lazarus to my house to warn my brothers. Let them start a charity, help the poor, do something so they don't end up in this place like I did." This shows that he still wants to manipulate his brothers' lives on earth, giving orders to someone who has already died to return, work for him, and convince his brothers. And he even wants Father Abraham, who symbolizes this higher dimension, to work in his favor. He didn't even ask if Abraham wanted to do it. Do you think a rich man asks anything? Not from Abraham, not from God. He kept insisting, and he even had the audacity to say, "Tell him to come here first. Before going to my house on earth, let him stop by hell and bring me some water." Look at this. The man went to hell, and he still doesn't stop giving orders, not to heaven, not to the poor. He gives Lazarus a mission to go to his house, but first he wants him to make a stop in hell and bring him water. "Come serve me here, it's hot, I'm thirsty." Then Abraham said to the rich man, "Look, I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You already had your share, your privileges, and everything worked in your favor. Now Lazarus had nothing, and here he is in glory and joy, while you are in torment. And besides, there is a great chasm between us and you, so that no one from here can go to where you are, nor can anyone from there come here. Now regarding your family, they are there, reading the scriptures, preaching all of this. Let them listen and believe." Then the rich man said, "No, but send Lazarus there. Make Lazarus rise from the dead right in front of my house. Because when they see that same Lazarus, whom everyone knew and to whom they never gave anything, knocking on their door in my name and saying, 'Open your eyes and see, this is Lazarus resurrected,' they will believe. Send Lazarus to do this favor." But Father Abraham replied, "Look, if they do not believe the scriptures, which are read every day, they will not believe even if someone rises from the dead. Even if someone rises from the dead, it will not change their path. So, my dear, we only take what fits in the heart to the other side. Only the heart is rich. Anything that doesn't signify a rich heart in the other dimension is misery, no matter who you were in this existence. Everything passes in a brutal speed. We honor a lot of people on earth who are living in the condition of the rich man in hell. But here on earth, some call them our heroes. It's true. There are many beautiful people whose names no one knows, filling the heavens, the anonymous Lazaruses among men and named among God, ignored on earth and glorified in heaven. That's why Jesus said that what is exalted among men is abominable in the sight of God. And he didn't make any exceptions. He didn't offer any relativization on this matter. He said, "For what is exalted among men is abominable in the sight of God." What people say, "Wow, what glory, what a spectacle, how beautiful, what power, what money, what fame, how I would like that." What is the object of our desirous envy and our whims, what we call the ultimate success. What men call success, glory, power, wealth, is an abomination before God. We live in an upside-down world, and most of us think we are walking in the right version. The correct way of existing is to live like this, upside down, just as we walk, with everything inverted. The book of Revelation shows us how everything is turned around, because there, what paves the ground of the earth is gold. What is used as the doorknobs of the New Jerusalem's doors are pearl doorknobs. What is put outside and placed on the ground here, among us, is placed on the head as a crown, on the fingers as rings. There it is pavement on the ground, because everything is inverted there, in the sense that there, the ground is covered with gold, right? There are the right values, and here everything is the opposite. That's why the prayer Jesus taught us says, "Let your kingdom come, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." It's a request for a turnaround, for the earth to be converted to the standard of the meaning of life, which is what we don't have here. Because here, everything worships death. All power is because we are going to die. All success is because it will end. All money is because it must be enjoyed. All beauty is as long as it lasts, and despair is while it exists. And everyone dedicates their life to the while and not to what is eternal. That's the madness we witness every day.